Expectations this coaching staff is having out of y'all coming out the tunnel week 1?
Yeah, the tunnel entrance is definitely going to be a lot different this year with a lot more, center focused around us players. I believe that there's going to be a former Wildcat football player opening up at that tunnel for us. I don't know who it is exactly, but we definitely be a player that has had a huge impact on this program, in the history of this program and in the past. I've also heard it's going to be a lot more, center focused on us when we run out. Like I said, we haven't done it yet, so I don't know exactly what it's going to be like. But a few things that Coach Kleinman said, it's going to be similar to North Dakota State. And all I know is that North Dakota State, their entrance was pretty cool.
Something the coaching staff has talked to us a lot about is what this team will look like when the lights come on Saturday and the pressure gets real. So, what are some of the things the coaching staff is preaching y'all or expecting out of y'all whenever that first snap comes?
Yeah, well, honestly, we just need to go out there and compete and do what we've been taught to do, which is execute our plays both on defense, offense, and special teams. Obviously, it's been a super high energetic week, with it being game week, and we're just all super excited for week 1, just because with ever since the new coaching staff has gotten here since the winter, going through winter off-season workouts, through spring ball, through summer workouts, and then going through fall camp. It's just been a charisma that we've all had, and things keep just getting higher and higher, and we're just definitely super excited for it.
We hear a lot of talk about rotating ends and tackles, and on one hand, of course, you want to stay fresh. On the other hand, you want to stay in if you're playing well. So how do you balance that just as a player, the idea of rotating out or wanting to stay in when things are going well for you?
Yeah, well, the coaches, they're not stupid at all. They know if you're tired.
Right.
Obviously, Nickel State isn't the most, high-tempo offense, but, they still go pretty quick. Mm-hmm. And, the thing that makes it nice on the defensive line is all the guys with all the playing experience that they have. And, we have a lot of depth at defensive line. So, for example, say this 2 starting defensive ends get tired, we can put in both of our backups and be fine and, recuperate in 2 to 3 plays and go back in there.
How crucial is it to get a significant pass rush on a quarterback that has lots of experience returning? He's probably comfortable in his own system like that.
Nickel State quarterback, he's definitely very experienced. He's been in the Nickel State program for 5 years. But, they only have 1 returning offensive lineman. So that's definitely going to be a high key success factor for us, especially with all the experience and talent that we have at defensive line. I just believe we're definitely going to get after them up front.
They have a quarter.
In general, have you guys set a bar, a goal, whatever, in terms of improving sack numbers this year, pressuring that quarterback more?
Yeah, we definitely know what we're capable of. That's just getting more sacks than we had last year, and that's our main goal right there.
How much more difficult is it against a quarterback who can move around and having to stay more disciplined in your lanes and all that kind of thing, like Nichols has on Saturday?
Yeah, it's definitely a challenge, definitely a difficulty, that every team faces in every college football program. If you're going up against a quarterback that can hurt you both with his arm and his feet, that's something that's usually, obviously scary, especially with all the experience he's had in his college football career. Especially, he knows how to win. He's also a competitor. They won the South Lane Conference last year. They're expected to win it again this year. And, we're not taking anything lightly just because they're FCS school.
Knowing Coach Kleinman comes from NDSU, an FCS program, has he been preaching more to y'all that, hey, it's just because it's an FCS school, it doesn't mean you can overlook us?
Yeah, he's definitely been saying that. Obviously what Coach Kleinman said with his personal experience, the FCS school definitely takes, the FBS game, a lot of pride in that. They prepare extra time for that. And, we know Nickel State is going to, come in here and be ready to compete. And like I said, we're very excited too, and we've also been competing also.
Has he brought up that South Dakota game last year as well to kind of motivate you guys to be focused for this one?
Yeah, that was definitely a rough start to our season last year, and that he has brought that up just because North Dakota State beat South Dakota last year by a significant amount, even though the score was a lot closer than what we expected it to be. We've definitely like I said, we're not taking any FCS teams for lightly.
Can you recall at all what the sideline felt like last year when you guys are down, I think, 12 with 7 minutes left in that game in your season opener? Were people starting to realize, oh my gosh, this could happen, or was it all pretty calm still?
I'd say it was a combination of both. We know that South Dakota being an FCS team, we know they're ready to come in and play hard, just like how Nickel State is going to be.
Yeah.
And that's what you're going to get with every FCS team. And like I said, you never really see an FCS team come out and lose to a lot by a FBS school. It's always usually a good game or a close game, but it's always a good game. And it's always a good wake up call for that FBS school, just to help us realize, hey, we still struggle with things even against a lower, level opponent. And like I said, Nickel State, they're obviously a very good football team, but yeah, like I said, we're not taking anything lightly at all.